everyone. Happy October and welcome to our second monthly meditation through My Muses Card Shop in Carrboro. So my name is Lara and I'm so excited to get to practice with you this morning, to get to share a little bit of time to kind of find our center and ground and perhaps tap into the spaces in our hearts today. So October and autumn tend to be kind of a season of tenderness, I think, for me and also for many other people, as well as the outside world begins to turn inward and let things fall away. So we'll kind of play with some of those themes here this morning for our practice. So as we're just taking a few moments to wait for folks to jump on the live, you're welcome to just get yourself situated in your space, whatever that looks like for you today. So you might be sitting in a chair or on the floor. You might be laying in your bed or outside if you're lucky. But just setting yourself up in whatever space you're in to find a little bit of comfort. A place where you can rest for the next few moments, knowing that at any time you are welcome to move and shift your position as you and your body call to do. And you might also, if you have it available to you and you have a moment, you might just grab something that brings in a little extra coziness today. Maybe that looks like lighting a candle or closing the blinds or opening them or grabbing a sweater or a blanket, something to bring a sense of warmth to your space. And once you've settled and arrived wherever you are, we'll slowly begin to drop inward. So you're welcome to keep your eyes open and let them gaze around your space to get oriented. And then in your own time, if it feels right, you might draw your gaze downward and let it land on one point in front of you, perhaps on the floor. Or if you'd like to, you're welcome also to close your eyes, knowing you can open them at any time. And gently beginning to invite the senses to turn inward. And noticing the qualities of your inner landscape this morning. Just taking stock of what's here in your body. Maybe you're noticing a need to shift in your body, any sense of discomfort or opportunity to soften. Feel free to do that. Maybe as you begin to slow, you notice the rhythm or the pace of your breath in this moment. Maybe it's short and shallow today. Maybe it's long and deep today. Just letting it be how it is and settle in its own time. Like a drop of water on a still pond, rippling out back into stillness. And simply breathe here for a few moments. If you haven't already, you might try what it's like to let your exhales fall out of your mouth. Breathing in through your nose and letting it sigh out on the exhale. And just notice what happens with this open mouth exhale. Maybe it coaxes your shoulders to drop a little down your back, or the muscles of your face to relax. And maybe not, and that's okay too. Wherever you are, in your space, in your inner landscape, you might let yourself get just 1% heavier, yielding into the surface that is beneath you, trusting it to hold your weight. Sinking into your hips, your legs, your feet. Letting your hands rest softly where they may. Maybe letting the fingers curl. Dropping your shoulders down your back. Letting your tongue rest heavy in your mouth. And the muscles of your forehead, your eyelids, be soft. And from this perhaps slightly more grounded place, I invite you to, if you want, bring one or both hands to your heart, to your chest. And bring your awareness to this part of you. In many ways, this place of center, this vital organ that keeps us alive every moment. And also this place where love resides. Feelings of tenderness, gratitude, joy. And also where sorrow and grief reside. Together in this table of the heart. So you might take a few moments here to get acquainted with who and what sensations and emotions are present at your table of the heart today. Who and what is showing up in your heart space in this moment? As we often hold many emotions at the same time. And in this moment, just allowing them all to be here. To pull up a seat. The table is big enough. as you breathe here, noticing what emotions are here and allowing them the space to be with one another. Perhaps love is sitting across from sorrow, who's sitting next to care, who's talking to grief. And notice what happens, and maybe nothing, but notice what might happen when you make space for all of these sensations, whoever they are, to belong together. That no one has to be pushed out or made to feel wrong. That they might even be able to share a meal together. Find connection and companion with each other within you. Taking a few more breaths here, noticing what sensations arise within you, in your body, in your heart, in your mind. Maybe new emotions are showing up. Letting them pull up a chair too. And you might listen a little closer to the conversation happening in your heart today. And maybe there's something that one of these emotions wants you to know or have to say in this moment. And might you just take a few breaths to hear them. While also holding space for the possibility that there might be nothing. But there also might be something. Some wisdom from your own heart. To guide you throughout your day today. something that you need or want to celebrate. Or just relish in. Take a few more cycles of your breath here, in this place in your heart. Being sure to thank the sensations and emotions who are present with you today for showing up. For sharing their wisdom or asking for what they need. Even if it doesn't come now, but maybe later, some other time in the future. And offering gratitude also to the part of you who is brave and present enough to listen, to tend to your heart space this morning. And as we begin to slowly shift out of this space of the heart, see if you might still carry with you the sensations or any request or expression you received from your heart today. See if you might carry that with you. And perhaps if it's something you can do now, maybe you do it. Maybe it's asking to shift your position or to bring your awareness gifts or your presence to some part of you. Maybe you honor that. Or maybe after we're done here, you might write down whatever it is, if it's something you can practice later or weave into some other part of your day, your week. But for now, just taking these last few minutes to rest. Whatever way that looks like for you. You might gently come back to the rhythm of your breath. Maybe returning to the open-mouthed exhale. You might begin to find a little sway or a little movement in your body. Maybe beginning to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Rolling your shoulders up and back, or your neck. Maybe you take your hands to some part of your body that could use a little comfort. Maybe to your shoulders, or your legs, or your temples. And slowly, in your own time, coming back into the space that you're in, feeling the weight of you on the floor or the chair or the bed, whatever surface you're on. And if your eyes were closed, can slowly and gently begin to blink them open, letting the light back into your eyes, maybe just taking a few moments to gaze around your space, taking in what's here, the colors and shapes, textures. And taking one more sweet deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, letting it go. So thank you all so much for joining me this morning for a little practice to be with our hearts. And would love to hear how this experience went for you. If you want to leave a comment or send a message. And we look forward to seeing you again here next month. So I hope you take good care and have a beautiful rest of your day and rest of your week. And remember, you can always touch into that place of the heart. Take care, friends.